fuck? Welcome everybody to some Fortnite. You can already tell that it's actually been so fucking long since I played this game. What skin is this? Is this like season 4 or something? Yeah, it's been about 3 seasons since I've actually sat here and played some Fortnite, like properly. And I'm not gonna say that this is the first time that I'm playing Fortnite in like months or something like that. Actually, it's like 9 months or something like that. How long is a season? But yeah, as you can see, I have like nothing on my account. I just have like battle pass stuff. Like this is literally all the skins I have right here. I don't even have John Wick because I remember during that season I ended up just like choking it. I think I got to like 98 or something like that. But anyway, I said in a previous video that I'm going to be making a return to Fortnite, and that is what this video is. I'm definitely going to be playing this game and uploading it in the future more, just simply for variety sakes. But forgive the absolute cringe-worthy skins here. I don't have anything. I haven't played this game in so long, and the entire day today, right? I'd say since it was about 1 o'clock. Right now, as I'm recording this video, it is 5 p.m. I've been playing for 4 hours straight, just dropping tilted every single time in an attempt to get somewhat better at this game. And have I improved? Very little. I definitely have improved a little bit. I'm not gonna say that I'm as bad as when I first started playing Fortnite on PC. I mean, I literally had to look at my keys as I was clicking them because I just had no fucking idea what I was doing. I had no hand-eye coordination, and I still don't really have that much hand-eye coordination, but it's improving slowly over time. That's why I decided to just take this time before uploading this video so that it's not really terrible. I mean, it's gonna be bad gameplay, that's for sure, but it's not going to be cringe-worthy to the point where it's just like, what the fuck, this guy doesn't even know how to use a keyboard and mouse. So that's why you can see I'm level 8. It's because I've just been practicing all fucking day today. Yesterday I didn't really get a chance to actually play because I was busy. I was over at my girlfriend's house for the entire day, and so I didn't really play any video games at all. But today I was just like, okay, before I record this video, I gotta play for like a few hours straight and just see what I can do. And not once have I landed anywhere else except tilted. Literally every single time I have spawned into a game, I just go tilted, because I heard from a lot of pros and a lot of people who give advice on how to get better on this game that the best way to get better is just drop tilted over and over and over again, because it is the most chaotic place in the entire game. It's where the most people land. So if you want to come up against the most people, you better go tilted, because the more people you run into, the more you will learn about how other people play this game, and it is very taxing on my mental state. I will say I'm not having like the most fun in the world. Like, I totally could just land somewhere else, like Fatal Fields. I really like Fatal Fields. I don't know why, but when I was playing this game on console, Fatal Fields was just my place for my best games. However, I just decided to completely turn off all of my emotion today, hop onto Fortnite, play for 4 hours straight, just dropping tilted every single time. And you bet your ass I'm doing that this video as well. I'm not landing anywhere. I'm gonna be landing tilted this entire video, and if I die a billion times in this video, I don't care. I mean, nobody really clicked on this video expecting me to actually do well. The video is titled My Return to Fortnite. Do you really think I'm gonna come back and just be Tfue all of a sudden? If you did, well then you are very much overestimating my abilities in gaming in general. Since I'd say about midway through Season 4, I have barely touched this game. I really don't think I've played more than 5 games since Season 4. And so many things have changed about this game. I started picking up weapons that I had absolutely no fucking clue what they were. Like, what the fuck? There's a Magnum pistol with like a scope on it. Like, I'm so out of the loop with this game, it's not even funny. But for some reason, I don't feel like I'm like super behind on anything. Like, there are definitely changes to this game and stuff like that, but it doesn't feel like I am completely just like abandoned and there is no chance for me to come back to this game. If I felt like that, I just wouldn't have touched it. But for variety's sakes, I decided to come back onto this game, you know, give it a shot, see what it's like. And quite surprisingly, I definitely am starting to have a lot of fun, and I feel like I'm gonna start playing this game casually. Not even for making videos. I'm probably just going to be playing this game casually. No, I won't be streaming this game when I decide to start streaming again, but I definitely will be playing it in my spare time safe. I'm just so sick of Call of Duty that I just need something else for my own mental state. But anyway, yeah, we're back to Fortnite, and really quickly, I just want to mention that I know that this is a different camera angle. Normally, you guys don't see me from the side, but I actually can't get my webcam in front of me because the wire isn't long enough. And quite honestly, I'm not about to just move my PC for something like that. Plus, it probably looks a lot more normal to just see me from the side rather than seeing me from the front. This won't be the case permanently. It's just going to be the case if I'm actually making videos on my PC. I did think of just moving over my HDMI cables over to the monitor that I use for my PS4, but for some reason that started messing up a lot of the things with my recording, so I was just like, yeah, fuck that, I'm not doing that. Okay, so as you can see, I'm struggling a little bit. The biggest thing that I've been trying to do right now is just find the perfect keybinds for me, and I think I have it pretty much there. I'm probably about 90% of the way of finding the perfect keybinds for me, because holy shit, you have to do so many things in this game. Like Fortnite, I am not an octopus, okay? I cannot click a billion buttons at the same time. I have no clue how anybody does it. I'm just like, if you guys look at my keybinds, it probably looks like a mess, but it is the most comfortable for me. And I was looking up a bunch of tips on YouTube and stuff like that, and people say, listen, don't give a fuck what other people say about your keybinds, and don't try to copy anybody's keybinds. Just find what works for you. And I'm gonna explain to you guys a few of the keybinds that I actually use, because everybody's got a different setup. Everybody's got a different keyboard, a different mouse, so you know, it really depends on what type of setup you have and what's comfortable for you. I'm gonna go over a few of the keybinds that I have. My mouse that I have right here, it has two little buttons on the sides. The bottom button is for stairs. When I click the mouse wheel, it makes a wall, and when I click shift, it makes a floor. And I know that this is probably gonna sound very weird to you guys, but for some reason it just feels really comfortable to me, and it just works kind of fluidly. For editing buildings, I just roll my wheel up, do my editing, and then I roll the wheel up again to confirm the edit. And then to reset the edit, I just have to roll my wheel down. Now, of course, my keybinds are still kind of a work in progress because they're not perfect. Sometimes I do find myself getting confused and not understanding what to do, but I feel like that's more to do with muscle memory rather than my keybinds just being bad. I reckon the more I use these keybinds, the more I will get used to them, and hopefully I get to a point where I feel very comfortable and I'm able to just do whatever I want. I am going to fucking roast you over a fire, you goddamn marshmallow! That's a pretty dope skin, though. I kind of want it, I'm gonna be honest. I saw it in the store, but I was just like, 2,000 V-Bucks for this shit? My wallet is suffering just looking at how expensive everything is in the item shop, but I probably should pick up something just for the simple fact that these videos, I can't run around looking like a fucking spaceman all the time. This skin is very dated. You know what? I'm actually just gonna go default skin. At least if I choose to go default skin, people will slightly underestimate me, and maybe I can pick up some kills in this video. I think the most kills I've ever gotten in a game so far today is 3 or 4 kills, and I didn't even win the game. I didn't even come close to winning the game. I'm just, like, my biggest thing that I'm trying to work on right now is 1, my accuracy, and 2, my building. Building is just a little bit confusing for me at the moment, and accuracy-wise, I feel like my accuracy is better than my building, but it's still not great. There's a specific reason why I decided that Fortnite was going to be the game that I'm going to make a return to when it comes to variety on my channel. It's because when I initially quit Fortnite, the game was in just such a bad state, but a lot of people have been telling me recently, you know, I've been watching a lot more videos. I always watched Fortnite YouTubers and streamers, regardless of whether I played the game. I always watched content on it from time to time, and I found out that the game isn't in a bad state like it once was when I first left it. When I first quit the game, it was in a horrible state. It was the spray meta that people called it, where building was pretty much inferior and it was so incredibly bad, and SMGs just ran the meta, and all you had to do was just spray at somebody's building, and building just became so irrelevant and so, like, not viable in the meta that it just really killed it for me, because I enjoyed building a lot. Building in Fortnite and getting into build battles was one of my favorite things, and I felt like the game just simply wasn't moving in that direction anymore. But recently I've been hearing from a lot of content creators and friends that building is viable now. It's not as bad as it once was, and they're actually starting to listen to the community a lot more, and it's just not in a bad spot like it once was. And so I figured, you know, the game seems pretty good. I'm watching content on it and it seems like a lot of fun, so I want to come make a return to it and start uploading content on it, because it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. 1, I get to play a game that I actually have fun on, and 2, I get to make a lot more content, because I asked on Twitter and I was like, you know, should I upload Fortnite, just for the simple fact that I'll have a lot more variety, and people said, you know, the more content the better, so there's no real downside to uploading Fortnite. It's a popular game, people fucking love it, even though a lot of people hate it, myself included. I really hated it at one point. I was just thinking like, oh my god, this game is just so incredibly oversaturated. But eventually I just got over that whole mentality, and I was just like, fuck it, I don't care. if the game is fun, I'm gonna play it. I don't really give a shit. If people want to see videos on it, which I know people do, I'm gonna upload it. I'm gonna put my biases aside, and oh my god, I just shot that guy in the fucking head and I only got 104 damage. Like, why do I keep getting killed by marshmallows, dude? Oh my fucking god, he has 21 HP. But yeah, the game is definitely in a better spot than it was when I left it, and I want to get kind of back into the loop of it. Now, by no means am I gonna start playing it competitively unless it gets to the point where I just love this game so much more than Call of Duty that I'm just willing to make a complete transition over to this, which I was considering at some point. I was thinking to myself, you know, if I really love Fortnite, should I just put Call of Duty aside and start playing Fortnite full time? But I thought to myself, you know, I still love Call of Duty. I really like Black Ops 4, although there are some parts of it that are really disappointing, which I'm probably going to make a video in the future about. I still like Call of Duty more than I like Fortnite at the moment, so I doubt that I'm going to be making a full transition over to Fortnite. It's just simply to play casually on the side whenever I'm bored of Call of Duty and simply to upload content. But if I get to a point where I'm just really good at this game, like above average, I'll definitely start uploading gameplays and highlights and stuff like I do with Call of Duty. Because as much as I love Call of Duty, it gets very fucking taxing at times. Like, holy shit, that game is so infuriating, and it's nice to just come over and play some Fortnite, because one of the things that I love about Fortnite is that it actually rewards people who are good at the game. I don't feel like Call of Duty really rewards people as much as this game. And yes, at times you can die from bullshit in Fortnite, but that's pretty much every multiplayer competitive game. There's always going to be bullshit to die to. No game is perfect. But if I were to take an unbiased view, I would definitely say that Fortnite is a better game than Call of Duty. I mean, numbers don't lie. So many people play this game. This is the most popular game in the world, and not many people play Call of Duty anymore, and that's just a hard truth. I swear to God, if I die from this fucking marshmallow! Anyway, earlier I was talking about my keybinds. I have left Alt as my pickaxe. It's right next to the spacebar, which is obviously to jump. So it's very easy for me to transition over. Like, I can switch over to my guns, and then I can also switch over to my pickaxe without moving my thumb that much. I literally just move it like an inch or two, and then it's there. I can just pull out my pickaxe, you know, get back to mining. My first weapon slot is Q, which is very close, again, to, you know, WASD. Obviously, WASD is just moving around and stuff like that, and then Q is my first weapon slot. I have F as my second weapon slot and G as my third weapon slot. I have C as my inventory so I can swap around my weapons. I have V as my fourth weapon slot and G as my fifth weapon slot. And I don't actually have a set key for sprinting. I just go into the settings and I set it so that it automatically sprints whenever I hold down W. I feel like that's the way to go. I mean, maybe I'm just completely overlooking the fact that maybe there is some sort of use to just walking forward, but I find that whenever I'm walking forward, I mean, sprinting is always going to be an advantage. I don't think that aiming down sights takes any longer if you're walking or if you're sprinting. And the only times I'm ever walking is if I'm strafing side to side, say if I'm shooting somebody around the corner. And so having a set binding for sprinting just seems kind of pointless, because it's just taking more time to click another key when I could be using my fingers for something else, like fingering myself. Now, as I said, I am kind of out of the loop when it comes to this game, so I want to know, do you guys still play Fortnite? I'm sure a lot of you guys do, but one thing that I noticed is that so many people fucking play this game, and that's a given. A lot of people play Fortnite, but if I go over to my friends list, it is just like nobody playing Call of Duty, everybody's playing Fortnite. It is ridiculous. Oh my god, I actually managed to get a fucking kill. It is difficult, I am going to admit, but I am essentially a brand new player at this point. Like, I have a little bit of knowledge of Fortnite, and I know, like, a few different builds and stuff like that, but when it comes to actually playing on PC, I am completely new. I have rarely ever used a keyboard and mouse in my life to actually game on PC, so it just, you know, it's a struggle out here. But anyway, that's enough Fortnite for today. I'm sure you guys have cringed enough at my really, really bad gameplay, but I'll sit here, I'll keep practicing, and maybe in the future I'll get you guys some gameplays. But for now, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you smack the like button. If you want to stay up to date with my content, please be sure to subscribe. I'll have my last video in the corner. If you haven't checked that out already, definitely make sure to check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.